Alright, so how's it going everybody? Hope you're all doing well and great. And today's gaming PC build is a $600 gaming PC. Let's make this short and sweet. It's an i3 12100F PC. If you like the video, press on that like button. If you want to see more videos of that kind, subscribe. And let's get to it. Now this PC is a pretty capable PC. You can play a game like Valorant, for example, at 240 frames per second easily. Fortnite at 180 to 240 frames per second. As you can see right now, these are benchmarks that are linked down below. If you decided to play God of War, you can play at around 45 to 60 frames per second. I haven't seen God of War benchmarks, but I'm pretty sure they're decent. A game like Warzone, Apex Legends, you can get around 100 frames per second if you decide to play in low settings too. So yeah, it's a pretty decent PC for the price point. The CPU, we're looking at the i3 12100F. Now this is a pure budget gaming CPU. Do not expect so much from it. This only for gaming, but when it comes to gaming, it's really good. It's as good as a CPU like an i5 11400, which is a 6-core 12-threaded CPU that goes for $180 right now, something like that. The i3 12100F beats it at some gaming titles and matches it in a lot of them. It goes for $100. The only caveat is it's only a quad-core 8-threaded CPU, so you're not be having the best experience when it comes to rendering or heavy video editing or streaming. Other than that, which is only gaming, if you decided to play FPS intensive game, if you decided to record your gameplay, if you want to stream some gameplay at low quality or a really not so demanding game, you can do that. But when it comes to gaming, and this is the main trend when it comes to the i3 12100, it delivered. As for the board, we're looking at the ASRock B660M-HDV. It's got all the bells and whistles for a budget board. It's more like overpriced than it is, but that's only because these parts or CPU motherboard are brand new. They have been launched in a week or so before the time of recording this video, so they went out of stock, and there are some problems with the availability right now, so not a lot of CPUs and boards are in stock right now, as you can tell from COVID and from the craziness that's going on with the PC market. But when it comes to this board, it's not the best thing out there, but it's basic. It's got all what you need. 2 RAM slots. It's got an M.2 SATA SSD, PCIe Gen 4 support, so you cannot go wrong. As for the RAM, we're looking at something basic, which is 16 gigs, 2 GB sticks to DDR4 3600 MHz RAM. If you want to upgrade to 32 gigs, you can do so, but it's not that needed right now. 16 gigs gets the job done. My PC only has 16 gigs, and I don't think I'll upgrade anytime soon. And 3600 MHz gets the job done. B660M-HDV only supports DDR4, it doesn't support DDR5. But hey, that's a budget PC. I don't think DDR5 is a budget part, As for the SSD, we're looking at 1TB M.2 SSD. And I guess 1TB M.2 for around $60 to $70 is a really good deal right now. I think you have to snatch it as soon as you can. I just got myself a 240GB SSD and I'm really happy with it. So hey, it's a SATA by the way. So hey, M.2 is a space saver. And you're gonna have some fast boot up times, loading speeds, when you want to load a game or something. It's gonna be very snappy, you're gonna feel the snappiness of your PC. As for the GPU, we have 2 options. We have the GTX 970 or the GTX 1060, which goes for around $200 to $250 on eBay. I think I saw one going on Amazon for the same price, so I'll make sure to link it down below. But hey, these GPUs are so good in terms of performance for their price right now. You couldn't even get them for that price, a month or 2 from now, which gives you an idea of how these 4GB GPU perform in mining. They're not useful anymore. Anyways, the 1060, the GTX 970, they are pretty much the same GPU. The 970 only has more VRAM, but the 1060, I don't know, it's pretty much the same actually, so you cannot go wrong with any of the 2. As for the case, we're looking at 2 different cases. A Montech case, which is something that goes for $50, and that's a budget PC. I don't know why would you spend more than that on a budget PC. And another case that I really do not remember the model of it, but what I remember is that it looked really good. It's actually really crispy. It's got around 5 ARGB fans, which is crazy. It's a Mustex case. Yeah, it doesn't have any model. Mustex, only the name of the company. It looks like a case from the future, to be honest. Looks like a cyborg kind of case. I like it. If you want to spend the extra money on it, it looks really good, and it's mini. in terms of the size, so hey, it gets the job done, and you cannot go wrong with any of the two, really. Depends on your taste. As for the power supply, we're looking at the EVGA 600 watt power supply. Gets the job done, is more than enough. You can upgrade the GPU in the future with no problem, somewhere around 550 to 600, because prices do fluctuate a lot. 80 plus, bronze certified, it gets the job done. It won't fail you. It's from EVGA, it's a pretty trusted brand, so again, you still cannot go wrong with that too. And hey, that's been it, guys. If you would like the video, press on that like button. If you want to see more videos of that kind, please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. The next video will be a Ryzen 5600G benchmark, because we have the CPU baby, or APU. See you in the next one, and peace.